So we compute your financial independence number by listing down your core expenses. Can we do that? So list your core expenses right now and just post from the group. List your core expenses. So your core expenses are the following. Number one, rent. You have to live somewhere, right? So you cannot run away from rent, whether you're employed, whether this month you whether this month you made cash or you didn't make cash, you have nothing to do with rent. So one of your core expenses is rent. It should not be aspirational. It should just be comfortable, okay? Financial independence is not about luxury. Financial independence is about coming out of the hustle fast. I did explain here that a Harvard Business Review study did find that the biggest generator of personal wealth is innovation. But regretfully, before you're financially independent, you cannot access innovation because of the mental fatigue of bills, mental fatigue of being in the race. So consequently, you need to come to a place where you know what is my financial independence number so that I come out of the shackles. So write down your core expenditure. Write down your core expenditure right now. Write down your core expenditure. Please write it down. I want a number. Where clothes in Onama is not a core expenditure. I cannot begin to tell you where my money. Somebody said, "What? Where is my money? I've been working for 10 years, Kissinger." This one has been impacting Kissinger so much because I've not seen you with new t-shirts for a minute now. You're not buying clothes because before you reach 10 million shillings net worth, you have which clothes are these you're buying? Nobody cares for these clothes. I found a study that showed that 89% of social signals do not reach. That you could be dressing like this, you're trying to impress somebody. The person you're trying to impress did not even find it. Show me amounts, please. Show me amounts. So yes, rent, food, school fees, transport, okay? So post amounts there to give us some understanding of some of the mathematics. I could be picking a number, for instance, right? So for many of us, that could be 100,000. 100,000 is maybe, like Nyayo Estate, which is where I used to live, interesting enough. Nyayo Estate, a 3-bedroom house, 25K, 120,000. Now I can see people are getting the class now, yeah. So Nyayo Estate, a 3-bedroom house was about 30,000 shillings, and maybe you have another 20,000 shillings for pantry and groceries, so you are at 50,000 shillings. Maybe you have another 20,000 shillings for moving around, airtime, etc. So you are now at 50. You are now at 50 plus the bullet start again. 30,000 for rent, 20,000 for pantry, that is 50,000. Maybe another 20,000 for everything else, that is 70K. So for many people, you can tell now from that perspective that the 70,000 is already a good financial independence number, right? I'm seeing people here 70,000, 300,000. God bless you, 300,000. Meaning whether you work next month or you don't work next month, you need 300,000. Fantastic. So your financial independence number is that number that removes you from dependency of a paycheck or dependency of anybody calling you anytime they want. Have you realized anytime somebody is paying you salary, utadhani is done for you the biggest favor in the world? Mtu anaweza kupigia simu, somebody is calling you, and as long as it's working out, they're calling you on Saturday, they're calling you, and sometimes I remember, let me not even give you that example. It is mad for mad. If somebody today gave you 200,000 shillings every month, then you are out of the hustle. That somebody is you. That somebody is you. So the question we must now answer is, how do we invest what is in our hand correctly in order to generate? I'm taking my time with this. I'm taking my time with this class because for many of you, you're my masterclass students, you're our community members, you've already understood the concept of passive income. But many people have been asking us, what does passive income mean? Passive income means it is that income that will come to you because you purchased or you took positions in cash flow positive assets. And these assets are those assets that are able to pay you monthly without you ever lifting a finger. Baby, the only thing they'll be giving you is reports. They'll be giving you reports. Move from, hustling and getting into pushing and working so hard and stressing and enter into systems. We promote strongly. Any Onama community member will tell you, here we are all about systems over sweat because systems will beat sweat any day. Do you know that sweat can never outcompete systems? Because systems is the idea of you touch a matter once. Talk about email automation. The challenge is that they taught us so well about the compound interest formula, but they didn't tell us the power of the compound interest formula. Do you know, Kissy, I actually have a theory. Do you know what my theory is? My theory is the reason why they gave us this compound interest formula is why they didn't give us the power of the compound interest formula. They knew we'd never need it anyway. The system knew your work is to compute other people's wealth. Your work is to build for other people. You will never need it for yourself. So that is why nobody showed us that this is the most important thing as far as wealth is concerned. So the compound interest formula has only three variables. You have the amount, you have the rate, and you have the period. Amount is starting amount or monthly amount or the amount of money. It could be a lump sum you start with today, then you keep adding, or you could just be starting with the 10,000 shillings, okay? So amount equals 10,000 shillings. That's the first thing you write on the chat GPT. Now, the second variable in the compound interest formula is the rate. And this is the per annual return rate. I'm telling you guys, farm. If you can get this formula, you are 50% there, because now you've become a general of your finances. Do you realize that it is soldiers that fight battles, but generals are rewarded for wars? It is generals who sit in state house. It's generals who are given the badges. And it is not because of arrogance or because of rank. It is because while the soldier will implement the vision using his hand, the general will initiate or ideate the full war strategy using his mind. Realize, if you're going to build wealth, intellect must outperform effort. Anytime you are putting in more effort in your wealth journey than you're putting intelligence, you're putting research, you're putting mental energy, you're putting intelligence, you're putting financial literacy, there's a problem. There will be a disconnect that will now cause you not to be able to as it were, move forward. Next. So somebody is lost. I am lost, Eunice. Don't worry. You will find us, and plus we're going to provide the recording. So we said, how do you use 10,000? How do you use a DeepSeek asking me in what context? Bashijamwe. Just calm your horses. When you compare ChatGPT, you've been having it all the time. Now you want to play with it right now during class. Toka hapa kabisa. Toka hapa. Don't write anything else. I want to answer the question, how do you use 9,000 shillings to have cash flow of 140? So nimesema 10,000 for ease of calculation. So say amount is 10,000. Say period is 6 years. Period is equals to 6 years, comma. So let me start again. Amount equals 10,000, comma. Period equals 6 years, comma. Rate. That's the third variable. And the rate here deals with the per annum return rate. So the positions, the asset positions that you have taken, what is the per annum return rate of those particular assets? We have argued here many times that you need to but you should create your portfolio in a way that you should average between 15 and 22.5%. It is possible. Today, the second thing I'm going to be showing you. And I am so excited because 2 weeks ago, is it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, we came on YouTube with the financial masterclass, and we said that there are licensed funds that are doing 28% in Kenya. And I said people should come here and debate me if you don't believe, right? Fantastic. So today now, I have reports, baby. I hope you have your own reports as well, because forget 28%. I'm going to show you an equity fund that achieved 40%. What? What are you talking about? I'm going to show you an equity fund that achieved 40%. My community members have already been sharing this thing. I've already been sharing this thing with you. Please, people, interact with me on the question. So you have amount is 10,000, period is 6 years, rate. So let's go for a rate that is neither aggressive, neither is it lazy. So I will go for a rate of 18.5%. Is that okay? Fantastic. Now, I'll tell you why 18. How do we join the group? Don't worry, details will be coming. Chesa, please keep posting my email address. Those of us who want to start their wealth journey, you want to do the test, you want to begin placing your money, we can help you place your cash and you begin doubling your wealth very fast. So now here's the task. So you have 10,000 shillings. The period is 6 years. The rate is 18.5%. And make sure you type this compounded annually. Okay? Fantastic. Next, Write their task. Please tell me what is the amount of the outcome